Hi, it's Therese from Lostinpaper and I'm back to colour with you. And today I have this beautiful image from Waffle Flower Crafts. It's one of their newer releases from Flora Waycott, and this is the new packaging, the rainbow packaging, which comes with the dies and the stamps in the same pack. And they actually have a piece of, it's quite sturdy packaging, and they have a piece of plastic down the middle to separate the two. I've just added my dies to some magnetic sheet and they fit in there beautifully. So I'm stamping out one of the cat images, and I'm using this is the MFT Extreme Black, and it's Copic friendly ink because I'm going to do some very easy Copic colouring today. And it is a new stamp, so I did have to stamp it a couple of times, and I'm pleased that I used my Misty. The image itself, the cat is quite a large image, and sometimes I do struggle to get my blending neat when they're a larger image or if I'm covering a larger area. And initially I was going to go for more of a cartoony look and have some solid lines, but then you'll see here I've already changed my mind. I've changed my mind after the first line. So I'm using my W's, which make for a really nice warm kind of grey colour on animal images in particular. And the darkest colour that I'm using is the W2, so it is going to be a fairly light coloured image. Now what I find is I like to either do one way or the other, but today I've done the darker shading first where my shadow is going to be, and then I've come in with my middle colour, and I didn't actually blend all the way to the edge. I picked up sort of halfway through that dark line that I created and blended that out with some flicking motions. And then I came with my lighter colour, and I pretty much can even go across the whole colouring again, and that just helps the whole thing to blend. Just have to be aware though that adding lighter shades will actually lift colour and make your image lighter. You can always come back in and add more colour, and often I'll do that with my darker colours just to add that shadow back in again, because I get a bit overzealous and overshade. But that's one thing that I do love about Copics. Now I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not home anymore. I've actually taken off for a few months with my husband. We're driving around Australia. It's quite a big island, so it's going to take us a little bit of time, and we want to stop and enjoy some things along the way as well. So I have actually created a few different blog posts and videos to share with you. I do have plans to create along the way and share with you if possible. Australia's big, and the outback is really terrible for internet coverage. Even the cities aren't the best. We don't have the best internet I suppose it's because we are such a large country, but things are speeding up now, but we have never had very good internet in Australia anyway, and to go outback just compounds that 100-fold. So I do have plans on sharing some crafts with you along the way, some paper crafts with you along the way, but I don't know what my access is going to be like, so it might be hit and miss. I might strike it lucky. I might be able to interact a lot more than I think. I envisage it's not going to be the easiest. So by having a few things already set, it gives me a little bit of time to kind of get my act together and work out how I'm going to film and upload and share with you along the way. But I will try and keep in touch as much as I can. But if you're not hearing as much from me, that's the reason why. My hubby and I both turned 50 this year, and we thought it'd be a fun idea to head off and do this trip. I have now finished my colouring. I will list all the colours that I used over at my blog, and I'm restamping with my Misty using my Onyx Black ink, and this just makes all the difference to the image. I don't trust myself to come back in with a black liner pen like some people do and re-outline the image, because if it's not perfect I will have to start again, and that would drive me insane. So like I said, this image has coordinating dies, and this is really simple. I just lined up the die and then just ran that through my die cutting machine. I also decided to add a die cut sentiment, which is from Altenew, and it's the Miss You word die. I've cut it out with some white and some black cardstock because I want to kind of create like a shadow effect. And how I do that is just add some matte medium to the back of the white die cut and lay it off to the side for the on top of the black one. If you see what I mean, what I'm doing here, it just makes it look like it's either 3D or has a shadow. And the good thing about the matte medium is it doesn't leave a shiny residue. If I do accidentally touch it onto the black cardstock, you won't be able to see it. My background panel is embossed with this lawn fawn. It's a stitched wood grain backdrop. It's like a cover die, and I've cut that just to fit slightly smaller than my card front, adhering it on with some ATG adhesive directly onto the card front. And then all that's left to do is pop up my cat image and adhere my sentiment with some liquid adhesive again. So I will hope to keep in touch with you guys along the way. Like I said, there are videos already prepped, ready to go, so the wait won't be too long, hopefully, and I hope to share some of our travels with you as well. So I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon, and till then, happy paper crafting, happy travel paper crafting. Oh, and I do plan to make a video and show what I am taking with me. Bye.